Okay guys, in this video we're gonna tackle one big problem, issue with almost all producers. It's overthinking making music. I do it, I think a lot of other people do it, and today I just want to jump into the door, create something, get into the flow. Don't put stuff into boxes and trying to make specific genres. I just want to go where the music takes me. So that's what we're gonna do today. So sit back, enjoy, and watch me create some tunes. Let's go. Okay, so we have the DAW here, and I have some of my sample packs. And I just went and browsed through some of the samples, and I came across this loop, which is pretty cool. And I think I want to go to 120 of the tempo, drag this into the playlist, time stretch it. And I don't want to have this like just playing like this. I think I want to have it a little bit more ambient. Just try that. And I got this cool plugin. I think I introduced it on the channel in some of the previous videos. The Space Blender from Sound Toys. Amazing plugin. Most of the plugins that I use today will be in a link in the description down below where you can go check them out. It's affiliate link, so I get a small commission if you intend on like buying one of the plugins. But yeah, this is the Space Blender and this is what it does. Make stuff go ambient. So what I want to do is that I want to take the time down a little bit, mix all the way up, because we want to have this almost like drone kind of tune. Turn the texture up a little bit more. This is sick, and perhaps we can try to modulate the sample before going in to the Space Blender. So one thing that I want to do is to go to, I have another cool plugin, the Shaper Box, and go and make some kind of, maybe try to make like kind of stutter effect. Even go and take the halftime, put it to 50%. It's a little bit too much. I'm gonna go for the starter effect. Yeah, cool. Then we can do something more, like we can go, I like to go to the declicking mode and go to generic, because then I get small fades in between the sample. I can go and chop this up. So like complex beat shuffle. Now we get a totally random sample, because now it's chopped up in these small bits. And we can try to take this one here, make this unique. I'm gonna pitch this up 12 semitones. We get these like high-pitched versions. I think I'm gonna try this as well. Also make this like pitched up 12 semitones, and we can maybe take this one here. This is all random, so I have no idea if this is gonna work. So pitch down 12 semitones, so go one octave down, and we can take this one as well. So this one, pitch it down. Super cool. It blends together really well. So we can call this ambient stuff. I like to get organized, so I use color codes. I have bosses set up, so I can add some bus compression to my sounds. So I have this instrument bus. I'm gonna round the ambient stuff to that. I also have some send effects, delay, short reverb, plate reverb, tape echo, and chorus. And I actually want to send this to a plate reverb send, so we get even more reverb. Stuff like that. And because we're working with these really wide sounds, I just want to make sure that it's not getting too wide. Still want to have some information in the stereo field. So a little bit. Awesome. And then we want to apply a little bit of EQing, just to make room for some other bits. Cool, we have a great starting point. So this was the E minor. I think I want to go for some random sounds. Just gonna go for Analog Labs. And I have my MIDI keyboard over here. I'm just gonna jam something on top of this. So let's try it. Okay, so a small melody thing. I think I'm gonna just take this over here, maybe let it start. Of course, we need to quantize this. This is super cool. Really like unexpected. So we want to, I just keep this sound as is. I don't want to do anything crazy with it. I want to add some processing on it though. So I'm gonna call this melody and put this to the mixer channel. Route it to my instrument bus. This one is also gonna get a little bit of plate reverb and actually tape echo as well. And I want to turn down this ambient thing. And for the melody, up with the volume. And we could go and add a little bit of distortion to the top end. Like some saturation. So like using the neutron. Simon, maybe try a little bit of tape. Yes. Low end, that's not necessary. Maybe we can try have this rotary effect. Yeah. Really cool. So I want to add some drums because that can sometimes help get the groove going, and I just want to go to Splice and just find some stuff, and maybe we can go like an untraditional way. So I like to go for like, yeah, what can we call it, like more house orientated stuff, but we can try to use sound sources that are intended to certain genres just to mix stuff up. I think this one, I like this one. So we can go in from, just gonna put this over here, drag this into the playhead. I think I'm just gonna do like, hold on. Make sure everything is working. Still gonna go for like a housey vibe, but trying to spice it up a little bit with the kicks. Just trying to make it a little bit less predictable. Some moving stuff around. Maybe we can create some cool fill here. And want to quantize this. So getting a little bit off the grid, as you can see here. And we can go like this. Turn down the velocity a little bit for some of the hits, so we don't get too much volume here in these fills. That's pretty cool. Again, the organization, adding a name, and it's in this template I already have a channel set up for the kick drum and some sidechaining, so it's routed the right way, and yeah, we have some stuff here. Then I like to have the same pattern in a sidechain trigger. This is basically a short rim shot sample that's not routed to the master out, so that's why we can't hear any sound, but it's routed as a sidechain trigger input to the bassline, and then you can route it to other stuff. So I can go and highlight the sidechain trigger, right click down here in the mixer and go sidechain to this track. And I can do the same thing for the melody. And basically what I can do, I can use this to sidechain. So we can go to dynamics, the fruity limiter compressor, sidechain trigger, and I like to have these settings, ratio all the way up, a little bit of knee, and turn the threshold down. As you can see, we get some sidechain now to the ambient sample. I'm gonna keep this, and just to make everything quicker, instead of having to load up the preset, the plugin again, the fruity limiter, we can go press the small menu, save preset as, and we can click and drag and add it to melody. And because we also routed sidechain trigger to the melody, we have the same settings. Same sidechain trigger. I'm gonna turn the threshold up a little bit because I don't want too much of a heavy ducking effect on the melody. This is cool. With the kick drum, it could be a little bit cool to add some distortion. So using the decapitator. Yes. Turn the tone down a little bit. Get something a little bit dirtier. That's cool. Then we can go back to Splice and try to get some, let's go for some nice claps right here. This like short clap is pretty cool. We can go here and turn the snapping on. So what I want to do with these claps is that I want to highlight all of them and just drag them a little bit before the grid. So we get a little bit of, just a little bit of a late sample, and we can take some of them and move them a little bit behind and forward, just to create this less like synced, quantized type beat. Maybe this one is a little bit too much off here, like this. Cool. One route is to the mixer track as well, just to get some grooves. I have a drum bus as well, and for this drum bus I want to add, I have a cool plugin called Tape Mellowfi from Arturia, where we can just get this more crunchy lo-fi sound. Sick. The claps, I want to add a little bit of short reverb to them. Like this. Sick stuff. Gonna go for a simple, like, hat sound. Super simple, nothing. I think this one is cool. This video, I'm just gonna go for like the standard offbeat type sound. Maybe just have these a little bit random. Okay, then we can highlight this one. Just Control B to duplicate across. Then I like to highlight everything, hit Control and R to get this randomizer, so we can get a little bit of random for the panning and for the velocity. So we get a little bit of variation. Like a super simple drum beat, but this just makes me want to groove, and I just want to continue building on the idea, and it takes me somewhere. I think we should try to go for some kind of bass sound. And by the way, I'm gonna put some timestamps in the description so you can easily jump between the different sections if you want to do that. So for bass, I think I'm gonna go for I just love the Korg M1. Sorry if the browser is a little bit small, because this is, I think it's the old version that I'm using. Okay, so I found this simple, like, bass guitar kind of sound. I'm just gonna try to jam something on the MIDI keyboard. This one here. Let's go. So this is actually a little bit weird because I'm actually not changing the notes. It's just an E, but it kind of works. Getting like the same tone. Maybe we can try to have this go maybe down here. Simple stuff. I don't want to make this more complicated than it needs to be. I'm gonna call this baseline and color coded. I again have a dedicated mixer channel for the baseline, where the kick and the sidechain is routed to the baseline for the sidechaining to trigger the fruity limiter, and also to trigger the Soothe 2 to remove the frequencies where the kick drum is being occupied in the baseline. So like this. So basically just making room for the bass and the kick. Glue them together, make something cool. So distortion, I want to add some distortion to this bass just to make it a little bit audible. And a bit of EQ, I'm gonna move the really highs. And then this needs a little bit of oomph in the low end. Just to beef it up a little bit. So I actually had in this template that I was just using, I have this like E-piano here. I think I'm gonna try to record some kind of like stabby stuff, I don't know, on the MIDI keyboard. So let's do that. See how the music takes me. Let's go. So I think those like last ones were pretty cool. So I'm gonna quantize this. So this one is actually pretty cool. So you can use the same thing here. Drag it over. I think I'm gonna make these a little bit shorter. This one here. So let's route this to the mixer channel. And I'm a big sucker for adding delays, so Replica XT it is. And just go nuts with this. A bit of feedback. Phaser. And then this E-piano, I want to add some reverb. Send O. Gonna go to the sidechain trigger, also route that to the E-piano. Gonna borrow the fruity limiter with the melody, put that on, get some sidechain. On the instrument bus, I like to add these tape machine emulations from the Waves J37. This is also in the link in the description. Go check it out. It's amazing. I like to crank up the saturation. Just gives it a really cool vibe. Also gonna go grab a little bit of bus compression. Just to glue stuff together. Nothing crazy. This has like a really sick vibe. We could actually go to Splice again and try to look for some kind of vocal. So I like to use the female vocals, and we are in the key of E minor. And baby, won't you come a little closer? Okay, so I found this vocal here. Gonna time stretch it so it fits the tempo of our track. Baby, won't you come a little closer? But I wanna mess this up a little bit, so I wanna go and create a vocal chop channel. And to start off, I'm gonna add the little altar boy. Go to format to -3, something around -3. Gonna route this one to the vocal chops, because now we have a little bit of a darker tone. That's sick. Then I'm gonna go and grab, I have a chorus, the Juno 6 chorus. I'm gonna have this to go mono in, because the little altar boy, when we use this, like where we go with the format, it kind of like spreads it out and makes it a little bit too stereo. I don't know why, but perhaps it has something to do with some internal chorus effect. So I use this just to make that signal mono, and then I can add a little bit of width with the chorus from the June 6. The vocal chops are also going to be sent to the plate reverb. Then we want to make it a little bit, I would say, thin. So it just gets more like an effect. Something like this. So take a little bit of the top off, boost this area here. We're gonna go and grab some distortion again, just try to crush it. Yes. Cool. And then we need some of the more important stuff, some delay. Okay, then the next thing, go to sidechain trigger channel and, route that to the vocal chops as well. Sidechain, gonna borrow the fruity limiter from the E-piano, drag that to the vocal chops. So now we have. But I like to take stuff a little bit further. So I want to go and chop this bad boy up. Go to complex speed shuffle because I want those more random results. Go to declicking mode for the sample. Go generic. Then we avoid any clicks and pops. And we have this. And I like this one here. And I don't want the sample to play all the way through. I want these small chops here. Just a matter of like building with Lego blocks to create something. So we try this sequence here. This is just something to work in the background. Just to blend together with our idea. Sick. So I think like this is a really good idea. The video is also starting to get a little bit long, so I want to add small extra couple of things. And then I think I'm just going to call this it, because it's just fun to do these small sessions where I just tweak stuff and come up with some ideas. This is really a vibey thing that can become something like really cool if I just keep on working on it. So I'm gonna go to hip hop, the genre in Splice, go for drums and go for, I think, tops. See if I can find a cool loop. I think I want to try this one because it has a little bit of noise in the background. And we need to stretch it. See if this works. So one thing I want to do with this top loop is I want to do a little bit of EQing. Route this to the drum bus. bit too bright to my taste. So I think we can actually go and add the red true color. C20. Give a little bit of distortion. Turn the volume down a little bit. Let's see if we can find another loop here. Go for percussion in the hip hop. This one could be cool because it has a little bit of like that ambient vibe. A little bit like excited to hear how it sounds when we pitch this, like time stretch this a lot. Let's route this to the top loop. Turn the volume down a little bit. So I think like this is it for this session. It's really cool that what I can create in like 30 minutes or so. I just hope that this inspired you in some kind of way, that you just sometimes just need to switch off the rational thinking part of the brain, just go with the flow and don't focus so much on what the idea should be, but just try out stuff, experiment with stuff. I really enjoyed just doing these kind of videos. This was unscripted and I had no idea what I wanted to create, but it's just fun, and this is what music should be about, just having fun and creating stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, it would mean so much to me if you would smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. You can also go and check out some of my other videos on my channel. I have a lot of sound design videos, inspirational videos where I just play around with stuff and come up with ideas, and hopefully that can inspire you to create something awesome as well. If you want to support this channel even further, you can also go and check out some of my sample packs and preset packs on my web shop. There is a lot of different kind of sounds in there, and you support me big time by getting them, and you also get some really cool sound as well. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.